The holiday weekend forecast has taken a turn, increased chances of rain, and that means possible severe weather. We'll track the timing coming up. Karen?
All right, thank you, Ben. Breaking first at 4, it is an auto insurance cliffhanger. The governor says lawmakers have a deal, but they're still working on it. We're going live to Lansing. Michigan's Attorney General announces new sex abuse charges against Catholic priests with ties to Michigan. Paula.
Okay, so you're not seeing double. One local high school is graduating 7 sets of twins, and we talked to them about their future plans and what it's like to exchange a roommate for a roommate.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon. I'm Karen Drew. This afternoon sunshine looks like a great start to our holiday weekend, but some changes are on the way, including the potential for overnight storms. Meteorologist Ben Bailey has all the information we need. Ben.
Yeah, Karen, it looked earlier in the week like we were going to have at least a mostly dry stretch here for these 3 days, but now it's looking anything but. In fact, we've got 2 rounds of severe potential starting tonight and continuing through the afternoon tomorrow. And you can see this encompasses a good chunk of southeast Michigan, especially our south and metro zone where we could be seeing the strongest storms. So timing wise, this is 1 a.m. overnight going into Saturday morning, and you can see this is going to be our first round ahead of a warm front. Primary threat there is going to be hail. We do get a little bit of a daytime break, maybe a lingering sort of stray shower, but it looks like the second round of thunderstorms isn't going to come in until 3 to 7 o'clock in the afternoon. That will be the stronger round, and we'll have to watch that for the potential of hail and damaging winds. If you're headed out tonight, some light showers and 60s in most spots, and we'll talk more about your holiday weekend temperatures in just a few minutes, Karen.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Ben. Well, this morning we heard it was a done deal. We'd finally see auto insurance reform in Lansing, but it is not quite over the finish line yet. At this hour, lawmakers are meeting in a rare Friday afternoon session. For the latest, let's get to Priya Mann. She's at the state capitol. So where do things stand right now, Priya?
Well, Karen, I think you hit the nail on the head. We were expecting that vote before noon today. Now we are at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and lawmakers at this time still debating the bill on the House floor. We've actually stepped away for a moment while lawmakers on both sides are speaking passionately about this bill. For Republicans, they wanted to eliminate uncapped medical benefits, saying that Michigan is the only state in the country that requires motorists to purchase them, and that gives us one of the highest insurance rates in the country. Now, this bill could allow drivers to purchase their plans with reduced coverage levels at reduced rates. It provides the choice in coverage levels. This is the first time that's happened. Also, structured compensation levels for medical providers. And this was a caveat for Democrats. It removes the ability of insurance companies to discriminate based on non-driving factors, including gender, home insurance, and marital status, and especially zip code. Many lawmakers arguing that unfairly hurt Detroiters. Now, take a look. If you are purchasing an option, if you were looking at different coverage options here, drivers can choose between continuing their unlimited coverage, purchasing plans that cap benefits at $250,000 or $500,000, and Medicaid drivers could select an option of $50,000. Now, there is a lot on the table here. Lawmakers have been debating back and forth all day. We will be here in Lansing. Lawmakers still on the House floor debating this bill. That vote again was expected earlier today. Now, on a Friday before the long weekend, all those lawmakers inside hoping to vote for this bill and, of course, get that to Governor Whitmer's desk. We will have the very latest. Stay with Local 4 at 5 o'clock. We're going to break down just how much you could potentially save with these different coverage options. Reporting from Lansing, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
All right, Priya, we appreciate it. We'll see you at 5. Our other big story we're following this afternoon, 5 Catholic priests with ties to Michigan have been arrested in an ongoing investigation into clergy sexual abuse. The priests worked in the Lansing Diocese, Kalamazoo Diocese, and the Archdiocese of Detroit. Overall, they face 21 counts of criminal sexual conduct. Investigators have been combing through hundreds of thousands of documents, as well as hundreds of tips. Attorney General Dana Nessel says there is still a lot to go through.
We will continue to investigate each and every tip that we receive, and we will continue to pursue justice.
Jason Colthorpe has been looking into the 2 priests with the ties to Metro Detroit, and he will join us with more information on that part of the story tonight at 5. Multiple investigations are underway at this hour after a violent night in Detroit leaves 7 people shot. The shootings took place between 11 p.m. and 2 a.m. One took place during a music video shoot that was going on at Edgewood and Irwin. Police say 2 cars collided and then the people inside opened fire. Another shooting took place on Lang near Moross and Kelly. That's where an 18-year-old man was killed and a 22-year-old man was in critical condition last we checked after that drive-by shooting. And 2 young girls are in critical condition this afternoon after a late-night crash in Detroit. That happened about 11:30 near West Chicago and Fourier on the city's west side. Police say those girls were passengers in a 2008 Saturn when it was hit by another car. The other driver was arrested for drunk driving. Those girls are 3 and 10 years old. We're working on this story right now. We'll have an update during our 5 o'clock hour. Busy news day. We've got breaking news from the U.S. Supreme Court, and that is affecting Michigan voters. The High Court just blocked a lower court ruling that ordered Michigan to redraw maps for congressional and state legislative districts. The lower court found Michigan's maps approved back in 2011 were unconstitutional because they were drawn to dilute the power of Democrats. Republicans appealed. So now the order to redraw is actually on hold until the U.S. Supreme Court considers the case. British Prime Minister Theresa May could not solve the Brexit riddle, and now she is stepping down. Today, May announced her resignation as the leader of the Conservative Party outside her residence at 10 Downing Street. She says she leaves with no ill will and gratitude for the opportunity to serve. May will stay on through June 7th, giving her party time to find her successor. Every year, we hear some unusual graduation stories. Well, how about 7 sets of twins, all members of the same senior class? Paula Tutman joined the twins on their last day of school to talk about this extraordinary gift of nature and the natural order of moving on.
So this is really a great tradition. It's called the clap out. And basically the seniors line the hallways, or rather they walk through the hallways and the rest of the school lines the hallways to say goodbye. This is the last couple of moments. These students are actually in high school, and it really is very bittersweet, particularly when you think that you're leaving your roommate for perhaps a roommate in the adult world. For 7 sets of graduating twins, this last walk through the hallways of Milford High School feels different because it is. Along with their classmates, saying goodbye to their teachers and their friends. It's difficult enough, but in so many ways, for these twins, they're also saying goodbye to each other. You're going to a different school?
Yes.
So what is that going to be like to separate from your roommate?
It's going to be very sad. I'm going to cry a bit. I already know it.
Our academic calendar are different, so we don't know when we're going to be home at the same time or how often we're going to see each other.
I love that. We gathered together 6 of the 7 sets of twins graduating from Milford to reflect on the incredible umbilical cord being stretched by leaving their childhood for their first steps into adulthood. Being a twin, of course, has its advantages.
Like, we'd switch classes and, like, play pranks on the teachers and stuff.
And disadvantages.
I love them, but
I love them too, but we definitely want to be completely different because we were always compared to each other as children. Like me compared to him compared to me, and we're always just not fighting for perfection, but like just fighting for our own identity.
You have the same genes, but you're very, very different. Yeah, you're going to the same school.
And the same major. Degree.
yeah. So
Yeah.
And you finish each other's sentences.
yeah,
No.
Yeah.
sometimes.
In college, some will remain roommates and roommates. Others relish the opportunity to fly solo for the very first time in their lives.
I just want to explore everything. You know, college is a new chapter in life, and there's going to be so many opportunities, and I just hope I grab the ones I really want to.
Now that we're separated from our twins, I think it's a new chapter in our life to see how we are independently instead of just as a group.
But for this special group of graduates, all want to leave their individual marks upon the earth.
I hope to improve the lives of human beings around the world, and I hope in college that I can find a way that the best suited way for me to do that.
Watch out, world. It's a twin thing. Paula Tutman, Local 4.
Oh, thank you, Paula. And it is a busy time for all the Milford grads with prom tonight and then graduation in June. Our congratulations to everyone from the class of 2019. Still ahead, first at 4, we are headed into that busy summer travel season. Today we have some simple steps that could save you some money on airfares. And it was a Jeopardy cliffhanger for the first time in a long time. Will Jeopardy James become the $2 million man? Sandra.
Heading to the pool this holiday weekend, there is a change parents need to know about. Coming up in Good Health, the big shift pediatricians are making to help keep your kids safer around the water.